Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Nick Foles and the Chicago Bears.
Summer drawing to a close here in the Southeast. The roof is closed at the wondrous Mercedes-Benz Stadium due to the hot temps still outside here in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Nick Foles and the Chicago Bears.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Matt Ryan, the longtime Falcon, a veteran who's been in the league since 2008, ready to guide this Atlanta offense.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Brings up the numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 14 carries, 71 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Gurley again here on first down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
The tackle made at the 47.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on the opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Falcons.
So first and goal from the 9-yard line.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
To throw again is Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Laquan Treadwell. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Extra point try, good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Well, here comes the Bears offense led out by their new man in charge here in 2020. course, a former Super Bowl MVP in Nick Foles.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Face mask. Defense.
What are they thinking?
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jimmy Graham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
3 weeks. 3 touchdowns. It's obvious they've looked his way early and often in the red zone this year, and that's usually a pretty good place to find a tight end in the NFL.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
The 42-yard line.
On first down, it's Gurley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. On fourth down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. 7-7, our score after one.
Score tied 7-7.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On 2nd and 10, Foles, and he finds Montgomery complete.
Foles pass.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Finds his target, Montgomery.
Foles pass.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 10.
There's Foles.
Bears.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Intercepted.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Todd Gurley heading back out along with the rest of the Atlanta offense. Now a draw play for Gurley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
A gain of 6 there on first. So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
And there's a situation where as a tight end, once he gets that end zone in his sights, he's not going to back down from anyone. He doesn't worry about running to daylight. He doesn't mind running through contact. That's totally fine by him.
Gano for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Nick Foles ready for the next drive, leads out the Bears. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy you create that spark?
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. And right away, he'll look to throw. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
11 yards there, 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st down, Chicago.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a 1st down again.
16 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
David Montgomery, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Foles. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Now Foles. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Yeah, the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The drive starts with a completion left side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
There defensively was Buster's screen to knock it away. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff. They just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Well, this is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
Falcons 14.
The drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start by heading out west. State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. From there, we're off to check out another game. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. 2 touchdown passes there for Teddy Ballgame. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. 31-28, the final score. In the game you're watching, it's the former Super Bowl MVP, Nick Foles, with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended for Jimmy.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Chicago.
Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out.
The 1st down pass.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Foles going to get this into the hands of Montgomery. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
3-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now
From the gun, it's Ryan. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
1st down.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
1st and 10 at the
17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan, and he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career, and he didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there. And he wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
Come on, dog!
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding. Defense.
So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Gano now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. He has to sort of pick himself up off the mat now, Charles. They were winning at halftime, now losing it. He's not playing well.
Sometimes you get into a position where you get a little bit too greedy. You feel great about how you're playing. Good first half. Hey, I can do even more in the second half. And then you make throws that you're not supposed to. As you said, he's got to start to turn things around.
See if he can erase those 2 third-quarter interceptions from his mind. The end result, 21 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Foles on target with that one to Graham. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Over the middle, complete. It's Montgomery. And down inside the 15 he goes. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And the Bears' 1st down.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 yards there, just like last play. Here's Foles. That is hauled in by Jimmy Graham. Touchdown Bears.
Complete to number
Jimmy Graham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Number 21, Todd Gurley.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
That's good.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Ryan able to get this to Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Intended for Hayden.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
It's caught by Treadwell. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
At the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, Ryan. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
1st and 10 at the 18.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing again, Ryan. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even insult the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is the absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Gano for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
Their own
The Chicago offense set to get started, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Foles going to lead the Bears to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Bears first down.
Now Foles. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
30-yard line.
Foles. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Foles pass.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Finds his target, Montgomery.
Foles pass.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Back to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
And that is incomplete. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. That's complete right around the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
6-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Ryan and the Falcons down 31-28. 2:08 on the clock. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Ryan dumps it off to Gurley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Throwing again on second down. Ryan, a slant to Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They'll look to throw. 16 yards, a first down. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And that will make this a 4-point game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the Falcons score to cap it off. 31. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. So the focus now shifts to the Bears. Trailing by 4. A minute 14 to go. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. That's caught by Montgomery. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. 16 yards, a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
He's back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, You just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Back to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
For Hayden Hurst, incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One last shot for Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You know, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for the Bears, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.